My name is Frank Mortimer, and I am the author of Bee People and the Bugs They Love. And these are my two bee assistants, Ella and Svea. Say hi to everybody.
Hi!
We're here to talk to you about bees and beekeeping and all the tools that you need. First, we're going to go through some of the things you use to be a beekeeper, one of which is the smoker. And the reason you use the smoker is because it makes the bees calm because it blocks their sense of smell. And Svea, what do bees use to smell?
Their antenna.
That's right. Bees don't have noses. They use their antenna to smell. So the other tool that we use is a hive tool. Can you two show that camera your hive tool? And the hive tool is used to move all the boxes apart between the hives. The other real important tool is the brush. Can you show the brush? And we use the brush till we have to move all the bees around. Now in a hive, and on both sides of me are beehives, there are three kinds of bees. Girls, what's the first kind of bee there is?
A worker bee.
A worker bee, and all the bees you see flying around us are worker bees. And all workers are what?
Girl bees.
Girl bees, that's right. All the worker bees and any bees you ever see are girl bees. And what are the boy bees called?
Drone bees.
And what is the cool fact about the boy bees or the drone bees? They don't
have stingers and you can play with them.
That's right. The boy bees don't have stingers, only the girl bees do. And in a hive like this, there might be up to 60,000 bees, but about 54,000 would be workers or girls and only 6,000 boys. So a beehive really is girl power because they do everything. And the other bee, the third type of bee, which we didn't mention, is a what? Who?
A bumblebee.
No, there's one kind of bee in here that lays all the eggs.
A queen bee.
Right, and in each hive there's just one queen bee. And the queen is the mommy bee and she lays all the eggs. So like I said, there could be up to 60,000 bees in here and she's the mom of all of them. So think about all the presents she must get on Mother's Day. So let's talk about bees here, a beehive. And this kind of beehive was invented in Philadelphia a long time ago in 1851. And this hive that was invented in Philadelphia is now used around the world. So if you think of a hive like a filing cabinet, every drawer has file folders in it, and we'll show you one of those later. The entrance is down here. That's how they get into their house. And then in this bottom box, that's where the mom lays the eggs, and that's the nursery or where the babies are. The second box is like their kitchen. That's where they store all the food and all the honey. And then in the two white boxes, that's where they make honey for me. And the way that bees make honey, as you may have remembered from the book that you just heard, was that they go to flowers. And when they go to flowers, they collect two things. Girls, what do bees get from flowers?
Nectar.
Nectar's one, and what's the other thing?
Pollen.
Pollen. So pollen is a solid, and bees carry that on their back legs. And if you watch, you can see the bees fly in with the pollen. Nectar is a liquid, and bees use their tongue, and they have a tongue like a big straw. And the science word for that straw tongue is called proboscis. So they stick their straw tongue into a flower, they suck up the nectar, and they store it in their honey gut, which is separate from their tummy. And then they fly back to the hive, and they give that to other bees who then put it in the right place in the hive. Then what they do is they take that nectar and they remove all the liquid from it, and then that's how they're able to bring it down to honey. So I'm going to show you in each of these boxes, like I said, there are these file folders or frames, and it's made of honeycomb. And in the honeycomb, if they don't make honey, that's where the queen lays eggs. And this is what the inside of a hive looks like. See all those bees? And that's on top of eggs underneath, because bees are like butterflies, and they start as a larvae, is the same as like a caterpillar, and then they make a cocoon under those brown pieces, and then they emerge as an adult bee. And I want you to see why you don't need to be afraid of bees. Here, Svea, can you put down your hive tool and hold this for Papa? Just drop them on the ground and hold this. And hold this side here. Yeah, hold the bees. And you see, There's no reason to be afraid of bees, because if you're nice to them, they're nice to you. And see how they're just staying on their honeycomb, taking care of the babies? And that's why bees are so great, because 1/3 of all the food that we eat is because of all the plants that they pollinate. And without bees, we would have nothing fun to eat, like apples and oranges and pears and strawberries and all the tasty foods, as well as cotton for the clothes that we wear. So we really owe a lot of our life thanks to the honeybee.